Well, what do we have here? The 2021 Origin Series. Well, this game has been thrown into chaos this week. Supposed to be going to Melbourne. Obviously, it was cancelled. Townsville is the destination for Origin. Never been played at a country venue, but this is going to be massive. So, for the North Queensland people who have been through a lot, as a proud North Queensland boy, I'm so stoked. And I think the New South Wales boys would also just appreciate being able to play. You know, I've looked at this Queensland side. It's a very good Queensland side. I think it's the best Queensland side they could have picked. Obviously, Kalen Ponga, he has been scratched. So Kalen Ponga will go out because of his injury. They will move that man Valentine Holmes to fullback, which then will bring a guy called Kyle Felt, who was named number 18th man, number 18. I think he'll come on the side as wing, and on the bench will be AJ Brimson. So I think that's a really good move. I feel sorry for some of these players who have missed out, but that's not a bad team. And no disrespect to Kalen Ponga, I think that's a better balanced team anyway. So hopefully Queensland get the job done. But look at that Queensland team. That's a real strong side. Where I see Queensland's strength is through their forward pack. You know, you have a look at that back row. Fafita, Arrow, Kafusi. And I have to say, even as a Queenslander, Kafusi's done very well to beat the tripping charge. He could have got a week for that, but he didn't make contact, they said, so he gets to take his spot in the Queensland side. And if I have a look at that bench, it's a real strong bench by Queensland. Jaden Sewer, Fortawaka, Owen, Big Offagowie, you know, Big Joe. He's playing some alright football, but once again, it comes back to who can control it the most. My nervous weight for the Queensland boys is Cam Munster. I think he's the X factor of the team. I know Cherry Evans is their captain and playing good football, but I think for me, they've had a few injuries. Harry Grant and that man, Cam Munster. So I think Queensland need Cam Munster because when you're Queensland and you're going up against players like Nathan Cleary, Jerome Luai, this will be a big test for Luai because how he plays in club football, you can't just instinctively take that over to the Origin arena, but he'll be trying to do that. But I look at this New South Wales side and it makes me nervous. When you get a bloke like Tedesco's at the back, Brian Toto is playing good football, Latrell Mitchell and Tom Trbojevic in the centres. I don't think you get a bigger, stronger, more skillful pairing than those two. That's where Queensland are going to do it a bit tough, I reckon. You know, you have a look at Queensland's centres, and it's Capewell and Dane Gagai trying to hold the power of Latrell Mitchell and the skills of Latrell Mitchell and Tom Trbojevic. He's playing sublime football at the moment. He's at a whole new level. And when you're playing that good, that translates good football in Origin. So it's going to be hard for the Queenslanders. And if I look at this New South Wales side, once again, you look at the backs are quality, but even their back row, you know, Isaiah Yo's playing some great football. Cam Murray comes back. He's only had 2 weeks back from injury, but, you know, he's so skillful. Jake Trbojevic pushes to the front row. But their bench, it's powerful bench. Liam Martin, Junior Paulo, great skills, and it's going to be tough for Queensland to handle them. But when you look at those two sides, both a lot of skill on show, both a lot of power. I've looked at the prices. This is a big price for Queensland. Queensland playing in Queensland, $2.47. New South Wales, $1.54. That's a really big price. And I tell you what, New South Wales, I understand New South Wales being the favourites here because a lot of their players, they're playing in sides that are in form, that are playing good football. Where I look to go Queensland 1-12. I know it's going to be tight. The Queensland crowd, I reckon they swing you a couple of extra tries, but in defence, you aim up a bit. Queensland 1-12 at $3.50. That's honestly what I honestly think. Not because I'm a Queenslander. Last year, I know it was very non-Queensland what I did last year, but I took New South Wales to win the series 2-1. Happy to be wrong. But in this series, I look at the players on show, and even Tedesco. Tedesco's in a bit of doubt with his hip or whatever. If he's out injured, mate, you put a guy like Tom Trbojevic back to fullback. No disrespect to Tommy Turbo, to Tedesco. You don't lose that much. Tommy Turbo's probably playing better football at the moment. So for me, Queensland at the moment to win 1-12. I reckon they'll get home by 4 or 6 points. I reckon they'll get home in a tight one. This is going to be real tight, real defensive, and also it's about those high shots now. So some players are going to be nervous coming in with a swinging arm or something. You never know. We haven't had a player sent off in Origin for a while, so this could be it. State of Origin football brings out so many feelings for me because it's the only time that I miss State of Origin football. So good luck to both teams. You know what I'm going for, but Queensland for me is a great price at $2.47. Take Queensland 1 to 12. Up the mighty Maroons. Woo!